This is how I paid off $30,000 in 9 months. I recommend, if you want to skip to the part where I actually talk about the chart and not what led up to it, you skip to this timestamp. It's time. If you don't know me, my name is Jordan Moore. I focus on fitness and success stuff. You might follow me from high school, your local gym that you found me at. My channel is J Real Nice on YouTube, Instagram, all that, you know what I mean? Check out some of my older videos. They're more fun to watch, but I've been focused on that bag. Clearly, you know what I mean? We balling, right? Your first question, what is this chart behind me? Well, this is a debt to savings chart. It's not that hard. Whatever amount of debt you're in, okay, you're gonna add that on top of what you want to be at, and you're gonna divide the difference into a number amount that you can save each week or every 2 weeks, and that's what you're gonna do. That's all you're gonna do for this chart. That's what I did, and that's how I got out of debt in 9 months. I got out of 30 grand in 9 months. You can barely see it. I need to rewrite it, but you know, I know how much it was, right? So, yeah, 30 grand in 9 months, man. Let's talk about it. So, the first thing I want to talk about, there's a ton of things, which I'll probably just go on a rant, but yeah. The first thing is that it's going to take sacrifice, you know what I mean? A lot of these old habits that you're used to doing, you know, back in your more childish days, like high school or, you know, maybe college, right? Let's throw those out the window, okay? We're not going to be doing that anymore. If you really want that bag, it's not going to happen, right? Me, I had to sacrifice partying, going out, buying clothes, hanging out with girls, all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? As well as social media. Those were some things that were distracting me from my goal, right? I never smoke, I never drank. You feel me? I'm a good guy. Right? I never did those things, but if you do those, I would suggest that you put those down if you're really gonna lock down and focus in on getting that paper. Just a while ago, I really focused up on fitness and success, and through a lot of research on men's self-improvement, basically, I've just found that the two most consistent things are going to be success, financially, physically, success and fitness, you know what I mean? So success and fitness, and for the most part, success for me is going to be relating to, quite in fact, that bag, you know what I mean? Financial literacy, you're going to need to acquire that skill as well. You're going to need to somewhere along the lines maybe start like a business, you know, if you want your income to be scalable and all that type of stuff. But you know, the first step is it's going to be getting out of debt, right? How did I end up here in the first place? Well, let's take it back to a fresh start. Let's just go graduation of high school, right? The year was 2020. I graduated, class of 2020 gang. You already know. Shout out to T Squad, man, over there at Thunderbird. Anyways, let's start at high school, man. So I graduated in COVID, right? So I didn't get a graduation, none of that. I didn't get to walk the stage, none of that. It was the first year of kind of that quarantine type of deal, but it was weird. So the last couple of weeks of school, I was doing the online classes and all that type of stuff. After that ended, that's when the BLM riots started to break out and all that craziness of 2020, right? And I'll tell you how this relates in a second, but essentially the day I graduated was the day I got arrested, right? I'll pop up a picture now. That might be another way that you found me, off of my viral TikTok mugshot, okay? Pretty awkward, pretty cringe, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I got arrested the day that I graduated, man. It was funny, right? The mugshot. I knew it was finna go viral. I knew the ladies were gonna love it. So I was smirking in the mugshot, you know what I mean? Anyways, I looked at that situation. I went, dang, I really wouldn't be in this situation if I wasn't hanging around these bums I call my friends right now. And just like two of them, the other one's my cousin. He's on the same type of mindset that I'm on right now. But you know, those dudes I was hanging out with, they ditched me when I did get arrested, and they were laughing, this and that, and just thought it was funny, and they kept hanging around like every weekend. They were loyal, but they were losers, bro, honestly. And I later down the line had to cut them off. So after that, you know, it was like the rest of 2020. I was just honestly, man, I was just on a little entrepreneurial power trip. Honestly, I had just did the summer at Chick-fil-A, and you know, I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I finished that book, and I was essentially like just 9 to 5, going to a job and all that. And I wanted to start my own thing. So what did I do? I went and bought a pressure washer, man. And you know, I would get clients every like once a week. You know what I mean? I did like a tree house, detailed cars, sprayed somebody's house down, did driveways, all that type of stuff. And while I was doing that, I was doing real estate wholesaling, which I don't find to be legit, honestly. Like, it's been a minute since I've looked into it and researched it and to see who's really doing it a ethical way. But essentially what I would do is I would call people who are selling their house, and I would try to present that house to a cash buyer, and the house will be down and out most of the time, and they try to make a profit, and I would get a split for finding the house. But it didn't go down like that, and I was cold calling houses every week, you know what I mean? And it just never came about. I toured a bunch of properties. I tried to get into real estate. You know, I was thinking about getting my license, but it just didn't pan out that way. And so I was doing the pressure washing with the real estate wholesale, you know, type of deal. And I was just trying to get that bread on my own. I was not trying to get it from a job. I was not trying to work from anybody. One thing that got on my nerves before I left Chick-fil-A is that they would show the daily profit, and they would make about like 10 to 20 racks a day at Chick-fil-A. And I'm just like, bro, I can't make this on my own somehow. I can't. So I was frustrated, man. And I was like, I just learned about being an entrepreneur from Rich Dad Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, books I read like that. And I was just trying to find a means of getting my own bag on my own. But I was on the right path, but I had to figure out that it was going to come from the jobs you didn't want to do. It was going to come from the jobs that, you know, you build up the savings from those jobs in order to get your freedom from those jobs, if you know what I mean, which I'll explain in a minute. But I'm kind of just giving essentially the rundown of how I led up to this chart of where I was at. So that winter of 2021, I just knew something had to change. I wasn't making it with the pressure washing. I wasn't making it with real estate wholesaling, and I was kind of frustrated. So what I did is I really went and applied for like 10 different jobs, just like 10 different spots, applications just everywhere. And I had 3 places for the most part hit me back. There was more places that hit me back, but it was like this place called Valley Wings, best wings in Arizona. I suggest you check them out on Yelp. Bill Luke and Home Depot. Home Depot got back to me. Bill Luke and Valley Wings all got back to me in the same hour of the same day. So I went full-fledged. I was like, let me do Valley Wings on the weekend. Let me do Bill Luke throughout the week. So I had 40 hours at Bill Luke. It was like $14 an hour, something like that. And I was doing Valley Wings for like less than minimum wage, but I just like being there. I like working there on the weekend anyway. And I know I didn't really have to work on that weekend. So it was just fun to make a little extra bread. You know what I mean? I was doing that. I was doing that for like 4 months, bro. I missed my birthday celebration. I didn't go to that. I ended up working instead. And I was just pounding it out, pounding it out for months. And it was a fun time. You know what I mean? I was able to save up some money and go to Hawaii. But throughout the midst of working these jobs, a coin, something like Bitcoin, it's called Dogecoin. I invested into that just out of curiosity when I was working at Chick-fil-A, still going to school. Of like August of 2020. Dogecoin blows up overnight, and I turned $200 invested into that, into $6,000, 6,000, bro, out of nowhere, just in my pocket. What did I do? Well, I kept it for a long time, and I was actually trying to buy a house. I got approved for a mortgage at 18 for $150,000. And I went by my school. I found this cool 1-bedroom apartment. My cousin's a real estate agent. We went and looked at it. It was dope. It was dope, right? But something ended up, I was going to buy it actually. Something in the midst of it being a townhouse, it didn't qualify for the lender that I had, right? So I was gonna get some real estate, but then that didn't work out. So me being like 18, or I was like 9. Yeah, I was still 18 at the time in 2021 before my birthday in 2021. Bro, the money was burning a hole in my pocket. So out of curiosity, one day, I always wanted a Dodge Charger. I go, hey, Pops, I hit my cousin too. I was like, y'all want to go take a look with me at this Hemi that's on sale in Mesa? And you know, from me, take this from me, looking at cars is never just looking at cars. Never do that unless you're at a luxury like car place that they sell Ferraris and Lambos, and you're just like trying to manifest it. Other than that, don't go look at cars, bro. If you have the money, don't do it. So what did I do? Out of the $8 grand that I had, 2,000 saved from Chick-fil-A, 6 grand from Dogecoin. Get a Dodge Charger for put down 9,000. Idiot, you know what I mean? So, anyways, the Charger it was $26,000, and from having 8 bands when I'm like 18, 19, whatever, I just take myself straight into debt with the car. The stupidest thing you could do. I recommend none of you to do that. Just save up for a good car and save all the money, right? So, yeah, I was in debt after that, and I was still working at Bill Luke, making like $14 an hour. Just put in perspective, that's like $500 a check. It wasn't nothing, bro. I was making no money, like 2 bands a month or something like that. So, anyways, after that, I had a fun summer. I ain't gonna lie. 2021, I might put up some videos. That was like the best and worst year of my life, right? The reason I say that is because, one, I had the Charger. 2, I took a trip to Maui. But 3, I was getting the baddest females I done ever hung out with. And it just happens when you're up. It just naturally happens, bro. And I've been up, so I know what it's like. And this is why the whole time I've been completing this, it's been a struggle, because I know what I could be and I know where I messed up at. But sometimes you need to make those mistakes. You know what I mean? It sounds corny, but it's true. So anyways, I was hanging out. I mean, I was dating different chicks here and there throughout the summer. I was having a fun time. I was enjoying my life, but I was in debt. So it just looked like I had money because I had the car, right? So anyways, I'm taking the Charger down to my boy's gym. I'm just working out all summer, this and that. And it all comes crashing down because, you know, I was doing the YouTube channel as well with my boy. We stopped doing that. I broke up with the baddie I was dating. I had no money after taking the trip, after the car. The car was like a rent. It was like $900 a month. And I was making like 2 bands a month. You know what I mean? So I was out here struggling. You know what I mean? After that, 2021, I was just kind of, after all the fun, I was kind of sitting there like, well, great, what do I do now? And I was depressed for a little bit, man. I was really depressed. I went on antidepressants. You know, it was a bad time for probably after the summer of 2021. And, you know, did I base my worth, like, to me, did I base my worth in how much money and success I had? Yes, bro, I did. Because another thing, like, my boy's gym, it flooded. I was going there every day. He lives on the outskirts of town, so it like flooded, and I didn't have a gym to go to for a minute. I didn't sign up for a membership, so I couldn't go to the gym. Broke up with my girl. My car was costing me so much. You know, I was like depressed for this period of time in 2021. And you know, everybody in my family knew, right? Thanksgiving, like my aunts asking me if I'm okay, this and that. And it was just a downtime in life, you know what I mean? But my aunt, you know, she asked me like, well, you plan on going back to school or anything like that? And I was like, nah. But I knew I wanted some independent thing from having to work, bro. Like, it was just this little ego thing of like, bro, I'm not gonna work for anybody else. But you need to do the jobs that you don't want to do. You need to build up that savings from those jobs, right? So she was like, well, why don't you, I don't know if she was joking around, but she was like, well, why don't you become a plumber? Like, they make a lot of money. And then I just like heard it, but I didn't think about it. In the next couple of days, I was just thinking about it. I was like, maybe I should get a trade or something like that. And my boy calls me and he tells me, he just checks up on me and all that because he used to live by me. But he was like, bro, I'm making a killing in HVAC right now. I got an HVAC company, because he saw that I posted like who's hiring for like $20 an hour or something like that on Snapchat when I was still on Snap or whatever. But he's like, bro, do me a favor, go get your EPA, which is a license for HVAC. Go get that and you can work with me and it'll be lit. And he was making like, I'm not gonna say how much he was making, but he was making good money. Like, bro was set, you know what I mean? So after that, I went down to the school the same day. So I'm still working at Bill Luke in 2021. This is later in 2021. After 8 months of being at Bill Luke, I went and did the trade. I went down to trade school. Viewed the school, and I signed up the first day. I was ready to start the next month. And turns out that my old job, Chick-fil-A, that I was working in high school, like, they were paying better than where I was at. It was only like $2 more, but I could get more hours. My checks would be straight. I think I would make like $2,500 a month or like $3,000 or something working at Chick-fil-A. So I went back there for like 8 months while going to trade school. And at this time, I'm super depressed, like thinking about this chick I was dating. Like, I was still like really depressed because I knew that I just blew everything that I earned or was having fun with. I knew like it was all down the drain and I had to focus up, and I was just like super sad, bro. Like, all the stuff I enjoyed doing, like, it was gone, you know what I mean? I wasn't doing the YouTube or anything like that. So what happened was, I was doing the Chick-fil-A. I was working at Chick-fil-A. I was at trade school. I just hammered it out, bro. And I was like hating working at Chick-fil-A because I was still washing dishes, making sandwiches, all the stuff I was doing in high school, because I worked at Chick-fil-A for a combined total of like 3 years, you know what I mean, throughout high school, on and off, whatever. So I'm in the gym one day, and this dude walks up to me with my trade school shirt on, and he's like, hey, how do you like the trade school? He's like, why don't you take my card and check us out, see if it's somewhere you'd like to work, whatever. Boom, I'm like, cool, this is a sign. I call bro up. I'm like, hating working at Chick-fil-A. I just want to do anything to get out of there. And I'm going to keep this short because I could go on a rant about this on its own video. You know what I mean? I'm actually taking a long time to get to the point of this chart, but I just have to talk about what led up to it. So I gave dude a chance, you know what I mean, with his company, and he wasn't paying me nothing, straight up. Like, it was like a part-time income. It was like I was working part-time doing HVAC in the summer in Arizona. If you don't know, that's air conditioning units. You would think that people need ACs 24/7. I was not getting the amount of hours that I wanted. I wanted 60. I wanted 60 hours a week regardless. And I was getting more like 35. Bro, my checks were the shortest they've ever been since high school. I was making like $300 checks, like once a week at some point. And I was like, nah, this isn't gonna do it. So I only gave it a couple months. I think it was like 6 months for the majority of 2022, right? And then I start reaching out to people I know, like, because I knew HVAC was gonna pay good eventually, but I needed that bread now. And I knew when he said, yeah, we're gonna start slowing down, because it was getting in this November, December. He's like, yeah, we're gonna start slowing down. I'm like, what are you talking about slowing down? I'm like, bro, no, I can't do this. So I need to go somewhere that's gonna give me 60 hours. And I did right away. I gave him a 1 week notice I was going. And that's the only really credit I'm finna give him, bro, because he, you know, as far as my money, he didn't owe up to what he was promised. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's all I'm gonna leave on his behalf. But after that, I started doing maintenances with a commercial HVAC company. It was the best thing I could have done, bro. The first week of working there, it was weekly pay. I was working 60 hours a week. I was busting my balls, bro. I was getting to it, you know what I mean? I was getting to it. It was finally good to be touching some money, something, bro. So I increased my income even a little bit more. And I've been working there ever since September of 2022. It is now July of 2023. And with this new job and with the hard work that I put in, the amount of hours that I put in, and all that stuff that has got me here has led me to this chart. Because when I was working at that dude's company, the checks, I made this chart. I made this chart working with that dude. But I knew that the money he was bringing me it was not going to align with this. I needed something that was I could cross this off every week. I could put an amount every single week. So with all that said, I started knocking boxes off of this chart with my new job. And thank God, because I finally found some work. I can get 60 hours, bro, every single week. I can get good checks and I can accomplish what I'm trying to get to. So this is why I'm here today. After all that failure, after all that disappointment, after all the highs and lows, 2021, after putting my head down for 2022 for a straight year, not posting on social media, not talking to girls, not dating, not going to parties, none of that. Bro, I am here now. And that is what it's going to take. The whole backstory, that wasn't for no reason. You got to go through ups and downs to get here, to plan something out like this. And that's not even including the struggle that this took. That's not even including the struggle of what it took to actually do the things that are on this chart. I'm just trying to tell you what led me to this chart, right? All the struggle. I knew overall I needed some money because the best times in my life were when I had money. The baddest females I dated were when I had at least 10 racks in my bank account. The car I was driving, I liked it more, bro. If people tell you money doesn't matter, that's a whole separate conversation. Or money doesn't equate to happiness. It's not even the same thing. That's like saying, I want to go to college. Is college going to make you happy? It's like, no, I just want a degree. I'm trying to get this bag because that's what I'm not saying you have to do. I'm not saying it relates to happiness at all. I'm saying I've had ups and downs in my life to lead me to here that make me want to chase a bag, that make me want to get a bag so I can be on something, so I can be on, so I can have reserves set up if I want to go full-time on a business, if I want to buy a crib that brings me income so I don't have to work for somebody else. That's what this is about. Everything has to have a second step and a next plan. And when you're moving with no plan, you're going to be sitting there looking stupid like me at the end of the summer in 2021. For real, I had no plan. I was out here chasing girls. I was going to parties. I was buying clothes. All that stuff that's a good idea in high school. It doesn't relate when you're an adult, man. And I feel like as men, they don't really tell you about that transition from high school to manhood and the way, the mindset shift you need to be thinking. Maybe you should start before high school. But this is what happened to me, bro. I'm telling you, I fell off after high school. Straight up. I thought all the things that mattered in high school related to real life, and they don't. Because you'll be sitting somewhere looking stupid. Like you peaked in high school. So prevent yourself from going through that and plan something long term, right? I also want to announce in this video that I have completed another 6-month dopamine detox for the second year in a row. No social media for 6 months. It was no days off of work. And then what was the other one? I think it was no skipping days in the gym. I did it again. This is what happens when you focus, bro. I'm not doing it for nothing. Like, there's rewards that come with it. This is what it's about right now. For a lot of guys that don't know what I'm talking about, you might want to look into self-improvement, man. Because this is what brought me here. All right? With all that said, and with all of the challenges and battles that got me to drawing up something like this, I think it's only fair that we talk about how I got this completed, what this is, and how I got out of debt in 9 months. All right, you got to this part of the video. Congratulations, right? If you watched through the first half of the video, thank you so much for hearing that backstory. It took a lot in the making of that story. It took a lot for me to try to remember all that, and overall, just for the challenge itself, it was hard to go through, and just all the ups and downs in life that come with being successful. That's what it took. And if you listen to all that, I just want to thank you. If you didn't, I recommend that you just restart the video, and just go check it out, man. Just give me a chance to hear me out, hear a young player out. Let's talk about how I completed this chart, start to finish. All right. So this is a debt to goal chart. I wrote this chart out on a piece of paper and planned it. Everybody can do this if you have a pen and a piece of paper. How much debt you're in, whatever financial situation you're in, even if you're at zero, you're going to put that amount, which mine was negative 30,000 at one point, with my car, with my school debts. I added up to 30 grand, bro. You're going to put an arrow. Then you're going to put what you want your goal to be, which mine is $100,000. I think that would be a great amount to have at a young age, right? Probably around like 24. And I get my money the legal way. I work hard for my money, so I'm not stressing, right, about how to get there. I'm getting there eventually, right? So at the start of this chart, I was 30,000 in debt, right? So what did I do? I looked at my situation. I said, where do I want to be in 4 years, in 3 years, whatever you want the goal to be, right? And I said, I think 100,000 will be great. So what I did is I took 30,000, I took 100,000, I added them up. And then I said, well, how much can I save on a weekly basis to get me closer to my goal? I would love for it to be $1,300, but it right now is actually $650, right? So every 2 weeks, I can put away $1,300. If I put away $1,300 100 times, I've made 130,000, and I'm at 100,000. It's not that hard, fellas. It's not that hard, ladies. All right. That's what I did. That's what I did for 9 months, and I completed it. I looked at this box every single day. I have to look at this chart 2 times a day. If you think I'm not doing something to get closer to knocking these boxes off, man, you're out of your mind. This is the power of visualization. When you can look at it each day and you can say, what am I doing today to get me closer to my goal? When I talk about motivation, when I talk about success and fitness and all that stuff, this is what it's about. It's about setting a goal and getting to it and doing something about it every single day, if you like it or not. The only 2 things that I focused on this year is fitness and success, because I know that's the 2 things I can use to flex on any chick I've ever had that I fumbled, because I have the superpower of somehow fumbling baddies, right? Those 2 things you can flex. It's already wholesome that you're doing that for yourself. It's great, but it's going to be better when you can stunt. So you might as well stunt regardless. You need to be promoting your life as a man anyway. You should have 10 racks in your bank account anyway. This is some game, right? I'm not here spitting that game. We are trying to get to a bag, man. So at one point I was in 30,000 in debt. Now I'm $0 in debt as of this week, right? The one coming up, because I owe some people certain favors and things that I promised I would do when I got out of debt, man. And I did it. I'm going to be buying my boy's store. I'm going to get one of everything from my boy. Shout out to James at Fashion Addicts, man. Link in bio. Shout out my boy. My boy always, helped me out when we were doing the YouTube thing. He would spot me. I was down and out with money. I was going through that struggle, and that was my boy. So I'm finna help him out, man. You want to look for people like that in this journey, because it's gonna help, right? I swear to God, when I posted that I slashed this off, everybody wants to come to me with their success plans and what they want to do. And yeah, bro, I'm trying to be focused on money. Write it down. Don't tell me that you want to be on that. Tell me how far you are with your goal. I'm not saying that I'm David Goggins. I'm not saying that I'm Andrew Tate and that I got everything accomplished. I'm saying, bro, I'm on my grind. I know that for sure. I don't know about you. I know about me. And I can tell you that if you want to do something like this, it's as easy as a pen and paper. Because I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone being a baller. I want to have baller friends. I want to go take trips with people. It's more fun. I want my boys to ball. I want these chicks to ball. Let's just be better people. Is that not what we're all doing? The best two things to chase, in my opinion, are fitness and success. So I define success most of the time as financial. So what did I do? I took care of my financial situation. That's what I did, fool. And now look at me right now, because I did 9 months. I did 9 months in debt, fool. And I paid it off. And now I have no more. Zero as of this week. And I will finally have bread in my pocket. This took hard work. It took consistency. It took every single day. It took visualization. It took manifestation. All those tactics, it's not just one thing. You have to go at it. At every angle. You have to try every single thing. You have to search for that bag every single way. You have to try to get it every single way. Because if not, somebody's beating you, bro. Somebody already has the 100K. And they're focused on their next 200K. They might have made 100K today. There's people out there like that. You want to put yourself around people that are on your same vision. If you want money, if you want fitness, if you want to get better spiritually, that's on you. It's all on you. Nobody owes you nothing, man. I'm not just saying this to be motivational. I'm saying this is what it took. When people say hard work is what it takes, that's really what it takes, for real. It takes working harder and smarter, bro. It really does. Because if I wasn't working smart and I was working hard, I probably would have blew all this and would have still been in debt. You know what I mean? You need to go at it at a calculated way. And I promise you'll get there. It's not that hard. We're not too much different, all of us. What do we want? We want health with our family. We want good relationships. We want health physically. And we want health in our financials, right? So get to it, right? If you want something, go get it. Nobody owes you nothing, man. And that's why I tell myself, I don't need to tell myself that anymore, because I know nobody's coming. The miracle ain't coming. The Savior is not coming for you. Nobody's coming, man. Nobody's coming to help you. The miracle ain't coming. Who's going to carry them boats, right? It's up to you. And the main thing, I'm just freestyling like game at this point, because it's not about the chart. It's not about how to make it. You know that it's blue ink from a Sharpie, pink ink from a highlighter, a green marker, and a piece of paper. What is the difference between all those supplies and me getting out of debt? Is the mindset. Let me use all these things that I have and let me use just these small resources I have to better my life. That's what it's about. You can make this chart on notes in your phone. It's not about the chart. It's about the mindset that comes with it. What are you doing to really get out of debt? It might not be debt. It might be a cigarette addiction. It might be vaping. It might be drinking alcohol, going to parties, going out too much. They're having too much casual sex, eating junk food, not getting outside enough, watching too much pornography, man. It could be all these things. What are you doing on a daily basis to get you out of that situation you're in? You need to ask yourself that, and you need to find a solution, man. Quit acting helpless. Take some accountability. Call yourself fat. Call yourself too skinny. Call yourself broke, whatever it takes, man. I call myself broke every day that I wasn't at that box. I'm still broke now. I don't sit there and cry about it. No, it's not. It may not even be your fault, but it's damn sure your responsibility. Whatever you do, however you go about chasing your goals, it's on you. It's on you. Nobody's coming to save you, bro. Straight up. And you know why everybody looks at that one guy like he's a hero or something like that, or he's just that guy every time he walks in? It's because he did something significant, bro. The hard things are valued. Why do you think you like expensive clothes? Why do you think that you would want a more expensive car? Like that clean, CLA Coupe. Why do you want that CLA Coupe? Why do you want the AMG GT? It's because it's valuable, because it's more expensive, because it's harder to get. The things that are harder to accomplish, they're worth doing. I know that my worth is more because I've accomplished this, because it's in me, it's not on me. Who cares? I'll go into debt again. You check up on me in a year, I'll be out of debt. I'll do whatever it takes through who I am. The value is not on me. It's not what I wear. Bro, I've been wearing this shirt since freshman year of high school. It's not on me. It's in me. It's what you are. And that's what it takes to do something like this. You need to do it smart as well. You can't just put all the hard work and just expect. You need to do it in the right vehicle as far as the right career. Like, bro, get a trade. If you're a dude, get a trade, right? Girls, if you, I don't have too much, I don't know what to really say for chicks and all that, but like, be valuable. If something's hard to find, just go be that. That's all I really got to say, man. This thing took grind. It took sacrifice. It took day in and day out. Working at a scrapyard, working on roofs, being out in 115-degree weather, working on AC units, trying to find some technical issue, troubleshooting the AC unit. You think I care about working on AC units, bro? I'm doing it for that bag. Then, once you have the money, you can leverage it to things that earn you your freedom, because you're going to either buy what makes you look rich and what makes you look free financially, or you're going to buy the things that actually get you, there, like an asset, like a house, like a business, something like that, man. I'm just spitting out that free game, because it's not about the chart. You see what it is. You see what my net worth is going to be after I check off this many boxes. It'll be 15K. It'll be 71K, or it'll be 71K. It'll be 68K. It'll be 54. The amount of times I do something, the better the result will get. A week ago, I was 1,000 in debt. Look where I'm at now. That's it. That's all this is, bro. That's all it is. Make a chart, complete it. Just complete it. And honestly, why are you not doing something like that? Why have you not been doing something like that? That's something you need to ask yourself. But I've been doing my thing. That's what I know for sure. I can't speak for you. I can speak for me. And I've been balling, right? I've been out here balling, man. I've been moving the right way. It takes playing harder and smarter. That's what this takes, bro. And I can't show you how to do many other things, but I can show you how to get out of debt. I can show you how to get out of 30 grand in debt in 9 months. That's what I can do. And that's what I did do, because it's in me. It takes mindset, bro. It takes game. It takes self-improvement. And these are the things that you need to find for yourself. You need to search. Everybody's searching out here for the answer. Everybody's trying to see where the high value man is at, right? He's underneath all that, all those challenges, all the ups and downs he had in 2021. And you know what? If you have ambitions, friends, stay in touch with them. Talk to them now. Be around people that talk about money. Be around dudes that talk about fitness. Stay friends with those people, because it's not going to be long until they become successful. I just talked to 2 of my guys yesterday that I haven't seen in a while, and I met up with both of them. One now has a restaurant. The other dude has his clothing brand booming. 6 figures a year off of clothing, bro. I'm trying to be friends with those type of guys. It may not be a popular opinion. I don't really care. I can't care, because I don't care what people think. I don't care if you don't like that I use pink. I don't care, man. I don't care that you can't see the 30K. Because my name is J Real, and I do what J Real does. I don't care that I'm on the iPhone, bro. I'm on the iPhone right now. My camera's broke. So what? Cry me a river, okay? Build a bridge and then get over it, right? We get into that bag. It's bag season. Because 10 season is year round, baby. It's 4 seasons a year, right? If you're a 10 as a man, it's your time to shine all year round. That's what I'm trying to get to, right? It's a beautiful thing, right? I know I didn't do much of a spit game, but I really wanted to unleash my heart in this video because that's what it took. And that's what it's going to take you. It's going to take you months of getting to your goal. It's going to take you years. It's going to take you having to go into those circles that you don't think you belong in and talk to people anyway. I work out at a rich gym. I do it every day so I can be around money, right? And fitness, because that's what I'm about. That's what I'm getting to, right? Whatever you want to do, get to it. I don't care if you know me from high school. I don't care if you know me from the gym. If I got your number somewhere, I don't care where you know me from. If you know me, take this from me as experience. Look at the pain in my eyes that this took. I've been working for free for 9 months. I haven't saved $1 because I got to my goal. After 9 months, you have to be a little bit delusional. You have to be. I know it's not much. It's just getting out of debt. But what are you going to say when I'm here? You're going to say this isn't enough? I don't care what you think. And that's the beauty of it, man. I'm doing this so I can get a baddie. So I can lock down a bad female, bro. I'm doing it so I can have a nicer car than you. 10 years from now, my girl is better than yours. My drink is colder than yours. My food is hotter than yours. My clothes are better. I know more than you. I'm stronger than you. That's what it takes. Where's all the competition? I don't know. I can't see them. They might be down there. That's the best part about being a man right now, is that if you are competitive, if you're aggressive, if you're trying to really get to your goals, that bag and those gains, there is no competition. Every dude is a weak little goblin who just sits on Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, pornography problem, can't talk to girls. Bro, I'm not associating with y'all, bro. Straight up. You incels and all that, bro, you need to stop. If you need a phone call with me, hit my Instagram, for real. I'm tired of seeing dudes like this, man. I want to become that role model. You know what I mean? I just want to be a role model too. You know, these guys coming up, who knows what these younger guys got to deal with? They probably got to deal with metaverse girlfriends or something like that, bro. I don't know. Veer off from that path. Veer off from all this weakness that is trying to flood your brain in 2023. All this LGBTQ crap, all this junk food, all these sins, all these drugs. I've been getting closer to God, man. I really have. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been hardworking, man. And when you're hardworking, you can relate more to these rules of life, to these stoic philosophies, man. And that's what I've been doing, man. I've overall just been finding, God. I've been getting closer to God over the past couple months, man. And I don't partake in anything I used to do, like any bad habits. That's out the window for me. It's not gonna happen, man. No. Not when I'm on my goal, not when I'm on my path like this. To be a strong, wealthy man. Smart, strong, rich, intelligent, tall, handsome, all that stuff, bro. I'm coming for all of it. Now I can't speak for you. You might like to stay a loser, bro. That's fine with you. You're just not going to be hanging around me, though. That's fine. Right? I feel like my performance is over. All right? I'm going to do a couple edits on this vid, not too much. I'm going to just show you the journey. But, I've said what I needed to. And I'm going to keep saying stuff. I'm going to make some more vids on, how to do this based on your situation and stuff like that. But I overall wanted to show everybody I know and everybody who wants to know, what it looks like and what it takes really to get to that bag and how to get out of debt, man. We debt free, baby. Everything from here is up. I'm getting my own spot soon, probably next Probably in a couple months from now, I'll be getting my own spot. But y'all got to stay tuned for that. One thing for the YouTube channel is I want you guys to stay tuned a little bit more and maybe turn on my post notifications, right? I'm not saying that to be a douchebag or something like that, but if everything goes well, I'm going to go on a power trip and, to every college, do all the interviews, all the ones you guys love to watch. I might just do that for the rest of 2023, man. This took a long grind, and I'm ready to live my life a little bit. But and that's a separate video. I'll title that one Monk Mode and how I did it and stuff. But yeah, the first half of this year, I've been locked down. I've been grinding. It's time to have a little bit of fun, right? So the next half of the year, I might do a power trip to each college in Arizona, and we might slide down to Cali. I don't know. You're just gonna have to stay tuned. Big things coming, you know what I mean? Big collabs coming, all that stuff. Stay tuned to my channel at JRealNice on YouTube, at JRealNice on Instagram. My name is Jordan Moore, and this is this is what it took for me to go from 30,000 in debt to out of debt in 9 months. All right, baby, we out.